Gu Yue's eyes held a hint of tenderness and nostalgia. His fingers gently glided over the keys. The delicate feeling made his heart swell with an indescribable emotion. Light dappled on the piano's surface, blending with the sparkling light in Gu Yue's eyes. This piano is still saying that only you can bring out its perfect performance. Start playing. Fang 2. You need to quickly recover your past memories. I'll start arranging a competition for you. Fang 2 disappeared for 3 years, missing out on too much competitive experience. He can only start from level 1. But with Fang 2's strength, climb up and participate in the international piano competition. Fictional era. Self-composed piano competition system. Serves the plot. Don't be too calculating. Bye. Good. For Gu Yue's kindness. Fang Shu doesn't know how to repay him. So please accept a piano piece. Dedicated to you. Fang Shu's slender, white fingers. Like a paper-cut masterpiece meticulously sculpted by an artist. Falling on the distinct black and white keys. With every touch, they can stir up tiny particles of dust in the air, gracefully intertwining and dancing between the keys. Like the brightest stars in the night sky. Guiding the trajectory of the melody. Weaving a gorgeous and eye-catching musical tapestry. I don't know since when. Many students have gathered outside the music room. Mostly hearsay. Fang 2, the genius of the Huasha Conservatory of Music back then. Together with Gu Yue, they returned to school again, wanting to hear Senior Fang 2's piano playing with their own ears. About the recordings of Fang 2. They have heard so much, so very much. But in the end, it's still not as good as seeing it for themselves. This sorrowful moonlight sonata. Fang 2 plays it extremely well. The sound is expressive, making people feel intoxicated. The music is gentle and melancholic. The melody is simple yet melodious. A tragedy, filled with melancholy and endless sorrow. An ending. Gu Yue still had his eyes closed, reminiscing. A burst of applause suddenly rang out outside the practice room. Senior Fang 2 plays so well. Yeah. Fang 2's appearance, coupled with this situation. He's simply the male lead stepping out of a virtual world story. Senior Fang 2, I love you. Look at me. Look at me. The freshman girls are starting to scream madly for Fang 2. Shallow. Idiotic. How could Senior Fang 2 like noisy girls like you? Senior Fang 2. A position that doesn't discriminate against gender. Lan Yang, do you like it? Senior Fang 2, I'm willing to become a ghost for love. Even the boys are joining in exchange for collective contempt from the girls. And you call them shallow. Idiotic. Listen to this. What kind of tigerish remarks are these, anyway? The world is declining. Morality is degrading. When all is said and done, isn't everyone just attracted to Senior Fang 2's appearance and talent? Fang 2 needs to focus on practicing right now. Classmates, don't gather outside the practice room. Gu Yue coughed a few times. Almost forgot. In the past, Fang 2 and Gu Yue often practiced in the practice room. Students often came to eavesdrop, purely out of admiration and adoration for Fang 2's playing skills. These students have no ill intentions. It's just that this will affect Fang 2's practice. Gu Yue had to heartlessly shoo them away. So, Professor Gu. Wait a minute. A petite girl suddenly rushed out from the crowd. Long, wine-red dyed hair flew in the wind. She held a violin, running until out of breath. Forehead dotted with sweat. That moment, Fang Shu felt like he was about to stop breathing. Just like the girl who suddenly barged into Fang Shu's world. When he was in high school, the one he knew. Long, burgundy hair. Always out of breath when running. Hurried, rushed. But she astounded Fang Shu's entire life. Becoming a cinnabar mole in his heart. A white moonlight that cannot be erased. Fang Shu suddenly stood up. After a moment of absent-mindedness. Realized the girl in front of him wasn't Gong Shuin. Fang Shu slowly sat back down in his chair. That's right. How could Gong Shuin suddenly appear here? It's just that memories are flooding back like the tide. Too sudden. It almost made Fang Shu mistake the junior in front of him for Gong Shuin. Moreover, Gong Shuin plays the piano, not the violin. Gu Yue naturally noticed Fang Shu's abnormality, and asked softly, Fang Shu, do you know him? I don't. Fang Shu shook his head. My name is Qin Zungsen, and I'm a freshman violin major from the class of 24. Senior Fang Shu, you may not know me, but I know you. The first time I heard you play, I thought, if I ever get the chance to meet you, Senior, I want you to accompany me on the piano. I heard that Senior Fang Shu has returned to the Huasha Conservatory of Music with Professor Ji Yu. I rushed over here immediately. I know this request is very abrupt. Capricious. But I have to try. This is my only chance. Senior, could you please accompany me on a piece? Chin Zungsun blurted out her heartfelt words in one go. And unexpectedly almost couldn't breathe. Her small face was flushed red. She is Chin Zungsun. I've heard about her, him. This year, the violin department has a violin prodigy who was directly admitted to the school. And is the little flower of the violin department. A freshman. As expected, he is so formidable. Everyone discussed animatedly. Hearing Chin Zungsun's words, Fang Shu thought of Gong Shuan. Even the names have the character Shuan. Chin Zungsun once said similar things to Fang Shu. Pulled Fang Tu to be Gong Shuan's dual partner in the piano competition. It was because of that beginning that Fang Tu picked up his love for the piano once again. As long as he's with Gong Shuan, it seems like all difficulties can be easily solved. She is the sun shining brilliantly in the sky, illuminating Fang Tu's life, which had lost his parents, younger sister, and was extremely dark. Pulled Fang Tu back from hell, clearly having saved Fang Tu, the most important girl. Finally, Fang Tu suddenly lost her, vanished from the face of the earth. It wasn't a letter from Fang Tu. Thinking of this, the heart that Fang Tu had worked so hard to mend began to spread with dull aches. So it's you, classmate Chin Zungsun, towards this violin genius valued by the Academy's leadership. Even though Jiu Yue is studying abroad, he's also heard whispers from colleagues in blue dresses. But, classmate Chin Zungsun, Fang Shu, Professor Jiu, let's give it a try. Before Jiu Yue could finish speaking, Fang Shu interrupted. Jiu Yue looked at Fang Shu in surprise. Fang Shu, are you serious? In our 4 years at the China Conservatory of Music, there's no shortage of people who want to find Fang Shu for ensemble. But they were all rejected by Fang Shu. In Fang Shu's heart, there is an obsession. The reason for the rejection is related to this obsession. In any case, it's Fang Shu's private matter. Fang Shu doesn't want to talk about it. Jiu Yue also doesn't feel comfortable asking. Now, Fang Shu has agreed. Is it because Chin Zungsun is very special? Or has Fang Shu's marriage to Bai Ningbing these past 3 years changed his initial attitude? For some reason, Jiu Yue doesn't want to be the primary reason. Is it really okay? Senior Fang Shu. Even Chin Zungsun can't believe it. Fang Shu, during his 4 years of university, rejected many collaboration proposals. Some coveted Fang Shu's appearance, talent, and some wanted to use Fang Shu to increase their own reputation. All sorts of different purposes. Chin Zungsun originally thought that Fang Shu. It was hard to return to the Huasha Conservatory of Music. To be able to meet my idol and express my request in front of him is already enough. I didn't dare hope that Fang Shu would agree. But Fang Shu agreed. The joy came too suddenly, overwhelming Chin Zungsun. Chin Zungsun felt her brain was about to freeze. I have a piece of music I want to practice, and I need the help of a violin player. You came at the right time. Chin sister. Just this once. There won't be a next time. Fang Shu added this sentence. If everyone came to Fang Shu requesting a duet, it would be too difficult to refuse. The reason Fang Shu doesn't want a duet? Very simple. He wants to reserve the spot next to him for Gong Shuan. As long as Gong Shuan's fate is uncertain for even a day, the first position beside Fang Shu is forever reserved for Gong Shuan. As for the words to Chin Shuan, they were lies. In the end, it's still because Wan underestimated things too much. Fang Shu knows he's being selfish like this. Bringing Bai Ningbing and Chin Shuan are all considered substitutes for Gong Shuan. If that's the essence of it, then let Fang Shu indulge a little. Anyway, not the piano, but the violin. No problem. Thank you, Senior Fang Shu. Chin Shuan must seize this rare opportunity. Actively entering the music room. What does Senior Fuang Tu want to play? Then play Secret. Do you know it? Jay Chou's song. I know it very well. Secret. Piano. I know all of these. Fuang Tu looks towards Ko Hu Ui. Professor Ko, please accompany Senior Sister Cam on the piano. Okay. Fuang Tu has already spoken. Ko Hu Ui can't easily spoil the students' fun. The surrounding students have already taken out their phones to film, awaiting the skillful performance. The music room is gently embraced by the midday sun. Fuang Tu begins the prelude. Fingers glide across the black and white keys. A melodious, sorrowful tune rings out. Each note strikes the strings perfectly. Gu Yue joins in harmoniously just in time. The two's performance is well coordinated, blending with Fang Tu's piano music to create a sea of stars. Great. Amazing. Chen Zungsen is amazed by the seamless collaboration of Fang Tu and Gu Yue. Great. I can't afford to lose either. Chen Zungsen takes a deep breath. She picks up the violin, like the female lead in a 2D comic, drawing out melodious sounds, bringing dreaminess and purity, transcending the boundaries of reality. The melody of secrets spreads throughout the music room, captivating the listeners, leaving only pure and profound emotion, lingering in the mind. The music ends. I wonder who will come to their senses first. Exclaimed a sentence. Such a wonderful performance. The applause thundered. Senior sister Chin. Senior brother Fang Shu. Too awesome. Professor Ji Yu too. No wonder he's the most outstanding young professor at the Huasha Conservatory of Music. Professor Ji Yu. I want to take your piano class next time too. Please. Chen Zungsen breathed a sigh of relief, not even bothering to wipe the nervous sweat from her forehead. She bowed towards Fang Shu and Gu Yue. Thank you, senior brother Fang Shu. Professor Ji Yu. The moment her wine-red hair flew, made Fang Shu seem to return to the old days. But Chen Zungsen, after all, not Gong Shuan, Fang Shu, should also wake up from selfish desires. The ensemble is complete. Students can disperse. Fang Shu still needs to continue practicing. Yes. The students watching, satisfied, leave. Chen Zungsen, carrying her violin case, exits the music room. Her best friend Fang Xiao immediately flocks over. Wow. Shuan. You were so amazing. You actually dared to ask Senior Fang Shu to learn together. And, importantly, he even agreed. You could say you're the first in history. I didn't expect Senior Fang Shu to agree either. Senior Fang Shu and Teacher Ji Yu are just too amazing. Their collaboration is so seamless. I had to try hard to keep up. Remembering the recent concert, Chen Shuan's heart is still racing, pressing on her chest. While playing the instrument earlier, it seems my rhythm was a bit off. It was Teacher Ji Yu and Senior Fang Shu who coordinated with me in time to change the rhythm. I was dragging them down. Come on. It's your first time playing with Senior Fang Shu and Teacher Ji Yu. And you already performed so well. If it was flawless, how are we mortals supposed to live with a genius like you? But Senior Fang Shu is really handsome. 3 years ago, the Academy even specially offered Senior Fang Shu the only opportunity to go to the St. Paul Conservatory. Senior Fang Shu refused. And after that, he wasn't seen participating in any piano competitions. Don't you think it's very mysterious? So, tell me, do you think Senior Fang Shu has a girlfriend? Do you think he'd notice you? Anyway, Senior Fang Shu has never collaborated with a violinist before. This time is an exception. No way. Chen Zungsen suddenly stopped. Her eyes revealed a hint of sadness. The reason Fang Shu agreed. The reason. Chen Zungsen knows. It's because of this long, wine-red hair. Perhaps even Fang Shu doesn't know. A long time ago, Chen Zungsen met Fang Shu and paid attention to him. Chen Zungsen saying she saw Fang Shu perform, wanting Fang Shu to accompany her on piano. Didn't happen in college. It was a long time ago. That classmate just now was named Chen Zungsen. She plays the violin very well. She caught up with our rhythm the first time. No wonder the principal values her so much. Regarding Chen Zungsen's talent, Ji Yue fully affirmed it. No wonder she's called the freshman violin genius this year. Plus that beauty. It's clearly the script of Fang Shu entering school back then. But I'm more curious. Why did you suddenly want to cooperate with Chen Zungsen? You definitely don't know each other? Professor Ji Yu. I really don't know her. It was just a momentary impulse. 3 years is enough to change a lot. I shouldn't be so stubborn as before. Facing Ji Yue's suspicious gaze, Fang Shu gave a reasonable explanation. Temporarily dispelled Ji Yue's doubts. Okay. Continue practicing the piano. The night deepens. After finishing piano practice, Fang Shu scratched his head. Professor Ji Yu. If it's not too much trouble, I'll treat you to dinner. Ji Yue accepted without ceremony. Arms crossed. All right, Fang Shu. I want you to make it yourself. But Ji Yue suddenly changed his tone. If Bai Ningbing finds out, she won't be angry, right? She's busy dealing with her own bright moonlight. She wouldn't have the mind to pay attention to us. I'm treating my mentor to a meal. Is that too much? Fang Tu was too lazy to bother with her. Anyway, he already made it clear to Bai Ningbing. She's not allowed to interfere with Fang Tu's career. Besides, Fang Tu and Gu Yue are innocent. It's a teacher-student relationship. What's there to avoid? Of course it's not too much. If you don't treat me to a meal, see if I still help you. HMPH. After Fang Tu drove Gu Yue's car back to his apartment, Professor Gu, please, make yourself at home. I'll go cook. Fang Tu found in the refrigerator this morning. Gu Yue had already prepared all the ingredients. Making 2 portions is more than enough. Watching Fang Shu busily in the kitchen, Gu Yue sat before the dining table, one hand propping his chin, his gaze dreamy, as if returning to Fang Shu's university days a few years prior. Back then, Gu Yue took special care of Fang Shu, personally nurturing him, making Fang Shu astonished by the favor he received. This was a great kindness. Even though Gu Yue felt it was nothing, he simply couldn't bear to waste such a genius, and wanted even more to see, with Fang Shu's talent and aptitude, what heights he could reach. If it was the pinnacle of the world, bringing glory back to Huasha, the things Gu Yue couldn't do, Gu Yue also considered it for his life, to place a perfect trophy. But Fang Shu couldn't accept, only to have Gu Yue selflessly contribute to him, without doing anything in return. Tried his best to repay Gu Yue. Seeing Gu Yue always ordering takeout, eating in the school cafeteria, Fang Shu volunteered to say, to help Gu Yue prepare 3 meals a day. At that time, Gu Yue found it funny. Gu Yue came from a wealthy family. What hadn't he eaten before? Could he even swallow what Fang Shu made? But seeing Fang Shu's desire to repay him, he couldn't bear to pour cold water on Fang Shu's enthusiasm. As a result, reality slapped him in the face. Fang Shu's cooking skills were so high that they exceeded Gu Yue's imagination. Once he got used to eating it, he couldn't give it up. Even during the 3-year Cold War with Fang Shu, Gu Yue, when occasionally eating a meal, would still remember the image of Fang Shu cooking. Now Fang Shu is right in front of him, making dinner for Gu Yue. Smelling the aroma of the food made Gu Yue's stomach growl. All of this really feels like a dream. Unexpectedly, there would be a day I could eat delicious food made by Fang Shu himself. Just as Gu Yue was still in a daze, Fang Shu had already prepared dinner and brought it out. Professor Gu, it's ready. Tomato and egg noodles, plus cheese fried pork chops. Simple home cooking. Made Gu Yue couldn't help but swallow his saliva. Picked up the chopsticks, took a sip of noodles. Gu Yue's eyes lit up. Quickly finished his portion. Professor Gu, wipe your mouth. Fang Shu thoughtfully handed over a tissue. Originally, I was worried about the past 3 years. Professor Gu won't be used to the food. Now I can rest assured. Fang Shu's smile is indeed very handsome. Only now do I begin to understand that saying. Fang Shu playing the piano. When cooking, they are all handsome in their own way, making it impossible for people to take their eyes off him. Even Gu Yue, who is used to seeing it, can't bear it a little. These past 3 years, your cooking skills have not decreased but increased. Is it because you honed them taking care of Bai Ningbin? Gu Yue's face is slightly red. Turning her face away. Taking the tissue. Wiping her mouth. Hastily changing the subject. Avoiding letting Fang Shu see the embarrassment. That's right. It's not like I haven't learned anything, right? Fang Shu joked. Just like when she was with Gu Yue. Silly. I told you before that I would take care of all the expenses for you. You just need to go. Marry Bai Ningbin. Is that really more important than your career? Maybe that's the only opportunity in your life. It's something that countless people can't even beg for. And you just give it away. Gu Yue was furious. Her small, beautiful face was even redder. Professor Gu, I don't regret marrying Ningbin. That's what I have to do. If I lose the opportunity to study at the St. Paulin Conservatory, then I wouldn't be able to step out into the world, proving that my level in the piano world is only that. Because of Professor Gu's expectations, I will try my best. Moreover, this time with Professor Gu by my side, I believe we can do it. Fang Tu smiled very gently, and at the same time, very confidently. Under Gu Yue's guidance, Fang Tu will once again step out into the world. This is not only Fang Tu's wish, but also something Fang Tu must do. Looking at Fang Tu like that, Gu Yue's anger dissipated by half. Don't hit a fleeing man, alright? Idiot. Gu Yue still doesn't let anyone off the hook. After saying this, Gu Yue's lips unconsciously curled up. That's right. Fang Shu is a genius discovered personally by Gu Yue. And cultivated by him single-handedly. St. Paul Conservatory is very good. But if Fang Shu can't even pass this hurdle, then what qualifications does he have to talk about stepping out into the world? Moreover, Fang Shu's words are powerful, magnanimous. A teacher like me can't be absent. Long ago, there was someone who loved you for a long time. The phone rang. Fang Shu took out his phone and saw that it was a call from Bai Ningbin. He slightly raised his eyebrows and pressed the answer button. Ningbin. What's the matter? Fang Shu. When are you coming back? Bai Ningbin's unhappy voice came from the other end of the line. I'm taking Professor Gu out to dinner. Hearing that Fang Shu was with Gu Yue, the ominous premonition in Bai Ningbin's heart came true. Extremely angry. Then why didn't you tell me beforehand? Have you forgotten that we are still husband and wife? Why? Ningbin. We agreed that you wouldn't interfere with my career. This is different from my career. Right now, you are Bai Ningbin's husband in name only. You and a single woman in the same room. Eating together. If you get photographed, then what are we going to do? It's a disgrace to the Bai family. Anyway, you come back to me immediately. I'll find someone else, an internationally renowned piano master, to guide you. Don't stay with Gu Yue anymore. Fang Shu suddenly felt very speechless. Bai Ningbin is too two-faced. Fang Shu and Gu Yue have a pure teacher-student relationship. He and his white moonlight Zhang Xingcheng were embracing at the airport. Isn't he afraid of disgracing the Bai family? They were even confirmed to have been engaged. And almost became a couple. If this is photographed by reporters, public opinion will explode directly. A bright green hat will just be placed on Fang Shu's head. If it wasn't for a contract marriage, and Fang Shu was repaying a debt of gratitude, he doesn't love Bai Ningbin at all in his heart. If it's really like what you say to outsiders, Fang Shu loves Bai Ningbin so much that he doesn't even cherish his own life. Then how could he tolerate something like this? No man can stand that. Why didn't I see Bai Ningbin as such an unreasonable woman before? Since regaining her sight, and finding her bright moonlight again, Bai Ningbin has become more and more strange. Even starting to point fingers at what Fang Shu does. Fang Shu, why don't you say anything? Bai Ningbin, angry inside, couldn't help but feel a pang of fear. I have nothing to say. In short, Ningbin, the debt of gratitude to your Bai family. My working like an ox for you for 3 years. And my healing your eyes have all been repaid. Now I just want to do the things I should be doing. If you still want me to cooperate with you so the Bai family accepts Mr. Zhang, I hope you'll stop interfering in my affairs. No, that's not it. Fang Shu. How dare you talk to me like that? Bai Ningbin never expected Fang Shu to resist his fate. To become so tough. In the first year of marriage with Fang Shu, Bai Ningbin hated having to guard against Fang Shu the most. Doing everything possible to make Fang Shu flinch. Fang Shu endured through gritted teeth. Never complaining. Fang Shu at that time in the eyes of outsiders really loved Bai Ningbin very much. To be able to tolerate the things Bai Ningbin did. Even Bai Ningbin, under the long-term influence, also thought so, causing Bai Ningbin to have a strong sense of panic. Fang Shu. Does he still love Bai Ningbin? Or in Fang Shu's heart, is there already another woman? Before. You've never spoken to me like this before. It's clear that no matter how unreasonable my request was, you would agree. Why have you changed now? Changed to the point where you dare to defy me. Bai Ningbin's voice trembled slightly. Even Bai Ningbin didn't understand. Why, when he noticed Fang Shu's change in attitude, did his heart become so chaotic? The person you love is clearly Zhang Xingcheng. Ningbin. At that time you lost your sight. I know you were very uneasy. And didn't trust me. But we've known each other for 3 years. I assumed that we at least had a certain level of understanding. You've chosen Mr. Zhang. Then you should treat him well. Instead of using flimsy excuses to continue to pester me. That's not fair to everyone. How could Fang Shu not see that Bai Ningbin was deliberately delaying the divorce? Bai Ningbin wants to be with Zhang Xingcheng. The urgent matter at hand is to divorce Fang Shu. As for persuading the Bai family, it doesn't matter if we put on an act after the divorce. Even Zhang Xingcheng is suspicious. Because Bai Ningbin refuses to divorce Fang Shu. This makes Fang Shu really annoyed. Fang Shu doesn't understand what Bai Ningbin is thinking. And doesn't have time to think. Fang Shu. Is it because I'm with a Cheng? That you feel wronged? Jealous? So you're opposing me like this? Think what you want. Fang Shu hung up the phone decisively. These words. Fang Shu doesn't want to explain much. The more you say, the more mistakes you make. If Bai Ningbin discovers the truth, everything will only become more troublesome. Are you sure you won't regret answering Bai Ningbin like that? Gu Yue didn't realize the corner of his mouth was turning up. Listening to Fang Shu arguing with Bai Ningbin on the other end of the line, Gu Yue became even more certain that Fang Shu's marriage to Bai Ningbin wasn't out of love, but a transaction. Perhaps only the Bai family could save the Zhang family back then. Gu Yue still doesn't know the specific reason, but he can somewhat understand why Fang Shu suddenly gave up going to the St. Paul Conservatory of Music that year. In his heart, he felt a little happy. His student, it seems, isn't in love after all. Giving up your career for marriage. Hopelessly stupid. We're about to get divorced anyway. What is there to regret? Right now, for Fang Shu, quickly getting the piano certificate is the most important thing. The kindness that needed repaying, Fang Shu has already repaid. He doesn't want to be dragged down by these things anymore. Fang Shu, in this marriage of yours, I can feel that Bai Ningbing holds absolute dominance. I don't know why you and Bai Ningbing are together in the first place, but you going against Bai Ningbing like this means you're confident. Professor Gu, I understand this matter clearly in my heart. Receiving such an answer from Fang Shu, Gu Yue finally felt relieved. If there are any difficulties, just tell me. Don't misunderstand. I just don't want the genius I value to let me down again. I haven't forgiven you yet. Fang Shu looked at Gu Yue gratefully. Thank you. Fang Shu drove Gu Yue back to the Xian Mountain private villa area. Professor Gu watched Fang Shu's departing back. His eyes deepened slightly. At this moment, the phone's ringtone interrupted Gu Yue's thoughts. Gu Yue saw that it was a call from a colleague at the China Conservatory of Music. Press answer. What's wrong? Professor Gu. Hurry up and check the school forum. Baidu Tieba. It's exploded. It's all exploded. You and classmate Fang Shu. There's also Qin Zengxin's performance that was filmed and posted online. Hot index. It's all over the hot search. Even Gu Yue didn't expect something like this to happen. He hurriedly opened Weibo on his phone and searched for the hot search. In the top 30, there's a hot keyword related to the China Conservatory of Music. Inside is the video of Fang Shu and the others' performance this afternoon. Damn. Title. The most talented young professor at the China Conservatory of Music plus a genius piano senior plus a genius violin junior. What kind of spark will they create? You'll regret it if you don't watch. The number of likes below has exceeded 100,000. The number of comments has exceeded 10,000. The number of shares has exceeded 10,000. And still rapidly increasing. It's hot. It's completely hot. These kids. Really? Gu Yue helplessly shook his head. Originally, he wanted to use family connections to suppress the hot search. From childhood, he was educated. But Gu Yue didn't like showing off or standing out. This time, Gu Yue hesitated. If the Bai family saw this hot search, perhaps they could help Fang Shu quickly divorce Bai Ningbing. Gu Yue really didn't want Fang Shu to waste his future again because of his relationship with Bai Ningbing. Fang Shu is already 27 years old. Delaying it further would be harmful and not beneficial to him. This may be Fang Shu's last chance. Bai Ningbing is an obstacle. Thinking of this, Gu Yue put down his phone. Fang Shu didn't know about the hot search. He returned to Bai Ningbing's villa. Uncle Li hurriedly stepped forward. Mr. Zhang. Mr. Zhang is back. President Bai has been waiting for you. She hasn't even had dinner. Why isn't he eating dinner? I don't know either. President Bai seems very angry. Mr. Zhang. Now President Bai won't even eat the food cooked by the chef at home. He'll only eat what you make. If he keeps starving himself like this, I'm afraid President Bai will get a stomachache. Fang Shu felt a little helpless. What on earth is Bai Ningbing thinking? Fang Shu doesn't understand at all now. Tormenting herself. How interesting. Now that Bai Ningbing has regained her sight and rekindled her romance with her former love, everything is as Bai Ningbing wants. And she's still putting on these ridiculous acts. But Bai Ningbing still has some contract spirit. Not to mention the 3 years of marriage. The favor of saving the Zhang family. Also giving respect to 10 million. That's the reward promised to Fang Shu. It's what Fang Shu deserves to receive. Fang Shu must still get it. Cook a bowl of noodles that Bai Ningbing likes. Fang Shu carried it to the door of Bai Ningbing's study. Knocked on the door. Ningbing. It's me. There was no movement in the study. knowing Bai Ningbing doesn't want to see Fang Shu. That's good too. Fang Shu also doesn't know how to face Bai Ningbing right now. I cooked noodles. Take the time to eat them while they're hot. I'll leave them in front of the door. Bai Ningbing is standing on the ground. Fang Shu was about to turn around and leave. The door suddenly opened. Fang Tu. You dare to go. Meeting his eyes was Bai Ningbing's cold gaze. Hidden within it was also a hint of anger. Fang Tu pursed his lips. Eat the noodles while they're hot. Don't let yourself go hungry. Fang Tu. So you still care about me? I thought your wings had hardened. And you didn't care about anything anymore. Bai Ningbing said this with a hint of petulance, making Fang Tu extremely confused. Ningbing. I think we should talk frankly. What's wrong with you in the end? Now you have restored your light. I am now not suitable for you. I have everything. Why do you always provoke me? Fang Tu tried to calmly talk to Bai Ningbing. After all, Bai Ningbing is the gold master. Is a benefactor. At the same time, Fang Tu really wanted to know why Bai Ningbing suddenly changed like a different person. In Bai Ningbing's heart, Fang Tu is at most just a friend. Compared to Bai Ningbing's bright moonlight, he is really insignificant. Why insist on not divorcing Fang Tu? And always interfere in Fang Tu's private affairs? Bai Ningbing, was speechless. Zhan Ji turned around. Said a sentence. Bring the noodles in. Fang Tu. I said a sentence. No way. Can only follow behind Bai Ningbing. Bringing the noodles to Bai Ningbing. Bai Ningbing was not in a hurry to open her mouth. He started eating the noodles cooked by Fang Shu. Feeling the explosion of taste in his mouth, Bai Ningbing couldn't help but admit one thing. 3 years have passed. Bai Ningbing has become accustomed to the delicious food made by Fang Shu. Inadvertently, it turned out that Bai Ningbing's reliance on Fang Shu was more than he imagined. If he really stayed with Zhang Xingcheng, divorced Fang Shu, and waited for Fang Shu to completely disappear from Bai Ningbing's world, could he get used to it? The dish I like to eat the most is the black forest cake made by Zhang Xingcheng himself. Now for Bai Ningbing, even if he tasted it again, it's not as good as the cake Fang Shu made for him anymore. After Bai Ningbing finished eating, he took a napkin to wipe his mouth. Only then did he raise his beautiful eyes to see Fang Shu right in front of him, under the sunset-colored lights, outlining Fang Tu's outstanding beauty. He is like a star admired by all, conquering the world with just a face. Even more beautiful than Bai Ningbing's full moon. Fang Tu. During the 3 years I was blind, you went into the kitchen to carefully prepare delicious meals for me. Did you also look at me like this then? Bai Ningbing has a pure and innocent heart. Fang Tu didn't quite understand why Bai Ningbing brought this up. Gently replying, Bai Ningbing felt warmth in her heart. You remembered the 3 years of blindness. I could always feel a gentle gaze enveloping me. From being unfamiliar, vigilant, to later relaxing. Completely accept this gentleness. That is the look that belongs to Fang Shu. If Fang Shu didn't deeply love Bai Ningbing, then why would he look at Bai Ningbing with such eyes? Always worried about Bai Ningbing's safety? Clearly between them it's just a marriage of contract. Clearly the content of the contract. Bai Ningbing risked curing the eyes for Bai Ningbing. Besides love. Can't think of any other reason. It's just that Bai Ningbing chose the bright moonlight Zhang Xingcheng, completely hurting Fang Shu. That's what made Fang Shu want to run away. Fang Shu. Actually, I don't want to make things difficult for you. But don't forget, we still have a contract between us. You practice the piano and eat with other women. What if other people see it? Bai Ningbing tried to lower her voice. Just now, Bai Ningbing actively hung up the phone for Fang Shu. Not listening to her. Too angry. But thinking calmly again. My cooperation with Bai Ningbing really isn't good. Anyway, we have to get divorced first. Terminate the contract. The person beside Zhang Xingcheng is Bai Ningbing. Bai Ningbing is not like other women. She will self-reflect. This is also one of the reasons why Fang Shu likes Bai Ningbing. Seeing that Bai Ningbing finally calmed down. It's a state where good communication is possible. Fang Shu then spoke. Ningbing. You and teacher Jiyu are innocent. You want to become a world-class pianist. Teacher Gu's help is indispensable. I promised you I wouldn't hinder your career. Fang Shu. I promised you. I can find other piano masters to guide you. Does it have to be Professor Jiyu? This is a promise I made to Professor Jiyu. Before Bai Ningbing could finish speaking, Fang Shu interrupted. Looking at Fang Shu's resolute expression. For some reason, Bai Ningbing's heart ached slightly. How long has it been since Bai Ningbing and Fang Shu proposed divorce? Fang Shu is being so resolute for another woman? Refute Bai Ningbing? Could it be that after loving Bai Ningbing, he could still be moved by another woman? Ningbing. I'll be out during the day from now on. Just let me know if you need me to cooperate with anything. I will come back to sleep in the evening too. I will also come back to sleep. I will try my best to abide by the contract with you. About the divorce. Ningbing should still quickly go through the procedures. Divorce? Fang Shu. Could it be that you want to be with Jiu Yue? Bai Ningbing finally couldn't help but ask this question. Fang Shu frowned imperceptibly. What nonsense are you talking about? Professor Jiu is just my mentor. I just don't want to be stuck between you and Brother Zhang. Fang Shu. Can I take this as you being jealous? Are you threatening me? Forcing me to choose between you and a Chang? Then your answer is too obvious. You will choose Mr. Zhang. Instead of choosing me. Fang Shu didn't answer Bai Ningbing's question directly, but spoke out the true feelings in Bai Ningbing's heart. Bai Ningbing was momentarily speechless, unable to answer. That's right. Bai Ningbing had thought over her answer for a long time. She wanted to be with Zhang Xingcheng. To give Zhang Xingcheng a chance to reunite. Clearly, Bai Ningbing had thought it over carefully. But she didn't know why, after truly meeting her moonlight again. Bai Ningbing discovered Zhang Xingcheng had changed a lot compared to his most beautiful self in her memories, causing Bai Ningbing's intense longing. The feeling of wanting Zhang Xingcheng back faded. Even compared to Fang Shu. Bai Ningbing felt that Fang Shu was a level above. Zhang Xingcheng's advantage was the favor and memories that Bai Ningbing couldn't let go of. Just as Bai Ningbing fell into silence, finding it hard to unravel the turmoil in her heart. This one night, my love poured out like rain. The phone rang. Bai Ningbing glanced at it. It was Zhang Xingcheng's phone call. Fang Shu noticed Bai Ningbing's embarrassment. Actively get up. I've said all the words I needed to say. Ningbing. I'm going to rest first. Watching Fang Shu walk to the door. Bai Ningbing couldn't help but speak up. Fang Shu. Can you prepare breakfast for me tomorrow? Like before. Okay. But Ningbing. You have to quickly get used to the days without me. I can't be here forever. Fang Shu turned his back to Bai Ningbing, not letting Bai Ningbing see Fang Shu's expression. After leaving this sentence behind, resolutely left, leaving Bai Ningbing dejected. Clearly made a choice. Why does it still feel so hard to let go? Bai Ningbing numbly pressed the answer button. Cheng. What's wrong? Bing Bing. Why did you take so long to answer the phone? I miss you so much. I wanted to hear your voice. From the other end of the line came Zhang Xingcheng's complaining voice. Immediately after, Zhang Xingcheng anxiously opened his mouth to speak. Right. Did you see the hot search? Hot search? Yeah. The hot search about Fang Shu. You haven't seen it? About Fang Shu? Bai Ningbing suddenly had a bad premonition. Quickly turned on the computer to search for the hot search about Fang Shu. It's Fang Shu. A video of Qin Zengxin and Jiu Yue performing together with him. Looking at Fang Tu like a prince in a fairy tale. Playing the black and white keys. A casual outfit exudes extraordinary charm. Each touch is precise and full of emotion. The melody flows accordingly. Jiu Yue and Qin Zengxin next to them look like a match made in heaven. One is like a cold and mature person, even more simple. The other is like a petite and lovely, sheltered young lady. The sounds of piano and violin connect, weaving together a magnificent movement. Bai Ningbing unconsciously listened with rapt attention. The secret they performed is really amazing. The series of positive comments below speak for themselves. Someone even posted it on the foreign internet, attracting the love of the original author. The data skyrocketed. This is the Fang Tu that Bai Ningbing doesn't know. While performing, Fang Tu seems to be shining. Li Ji usually has to attract other people's attention. Can't take my eyes off Fang Shu in the past 3 years. Why hasn't he ever performed in front of Bai Ningbing? Why? Not showing his best side to Bai Ningbing? Is it because Jiu Yue, this teacher, is more special to Fang Shu? Then what is Bai Ningbing? Bai Ningbing unconsciously started to overthink. Bing Bing. I think Fang Shu's piano talent isn't bad. He's even starting to play duets with another woman now. Showing off. Planning to pave the way for his career after divorcing you. The 4 words another woman. Zhang Xingcheng deliberately emphasized. He really performed very well. No wonder Jiu Yue cares so much about Fang Shu. Just watching the video, Bai Ningbing could also see Fang Shu's piano skills are very high. Clearly been married to Fang Shu for 3 years. Bai Ningbing doesn't even know this. Bing Bing. I want to tell you something. I'm opening a short video entertainment company. Currently lacking quality broadcasters. I think Fang Shu's performance is not bad. And he's a little popular online right now. How about I talk to Fang Shu? Have him sign a contract with me. You want to sign a contract with Fang Shu? Bai Ningbing felt a little strange. Don't worry. I won't plot anything against Fang Shu. With Fang Shu's looks and talent. As long as he comes to my short video company to sign a contract as a streamer. Anything is negotiable. In any case, Fang Shu is the benefactor who cured your eyes. Bing Bing. I'm just afraid that if you marry Fang Shu for 3 years, you'll be snatched away by him. Initially, I really admired Fang Shu's talent. Zhang Xingcheng's words were flawless. Bai Ningbing gradually felt relieved. I can help you talk to Fang Shu. Okay. Bing Bing. When can we meet? I really want to see you. Let's talk about this later. We have to be careful now. We can't let those tabloid reporters take pictures. Otherwise, it will be troublesome. Bai Ningbing used this excuse to refuse without hesitation. Bing Bing. Not being able to see you makes me very sad. Are you disgusted with me? No, I'm not. Tan. Don't overthink it. Seeing Zhang Xingcheng angry, Bai Ningbing hurriedly coaxed him, finally calming Zhang Xingcheng's anger. After hanging up the phone, Zhang Xingcheng's expression immediately changed. Loving Bai Ningbing for so many years, Bai Ningbing understood Zhang Xingcheng very well. How could Zhang Xingcheng not? If it were the old Bai Ningbing, she would never refuse Zhang Xingcheng's request to meet. With their status, as long as they are careful, which gossip reporter would dare to write about them carelessly? It seems that the ominous premonition in Zhang Xingcheng's heart has indeed come true. When he saw Fang Shu's photo, Zhang Xingcheng already felt that this man would be the biggest obstacle to Zhang Xingcheng and Bai Ningbing reuniting. At the same time, Fang Shu learned about the hot search from a message sent by Ji Yue. Fang Shu. Did Bai Ningbing say anything when she found out? Professor Ji Yu. You don't need to worry. I've already spoken with Ningbing. That's good. I have to go on a business trip for 3 days. Remember to practice the piano these days. I'm practicing my technique and feel for the keys. Preparing for the competition. Okay. Watching the 3-person ensemble video. Fang Shu rubbed his forehead. I know. As long as I continue on this path as a pianist, these situations will have to be faced sooner or later. Can't even handle a hot search. What's the point of talking about reaching the whole world? Fortunately, Fang Tu has healed Bai Ningbing's eyes. Won a promise from Chairman Bai. Sigh. If you still follow the news in Huasha, can you see me? I'm right here. Where are you, exactly? Alive or dead? Fang Tu muttered. His tone was full of longing for his white moonlight. On a windy day, I tried to hold your hand. A strange number suddenly called. Fang Tu couldn't help but be startled. Pressed the answer button. Hesitantly said a word. Hello, Fang Tu. I didn't expect you to return. A hearty voice came from the other end of the line. Fang Tu adjusted slightly. Blurted out. Fatty. It's me. You, Fatty. What's up? Want to meet up? Of course. Although it's not Gong Shuan. Fang Tu was a little disappointed. But Gong Shuan suddenly called to contact Fang Tu. It's really far-fetched. Unexpectedly, it led to a close friend from middle school. To take care of Bai Ningbing while not exposing Fang Tu. And the contract marriage with Bai Ningbing. The Bai family required Fang Tu. Try not to contact familiar friends. Most of the time he has to be by Bai Ningbing's side. Leading to Fang Tu and his old friends gradually drifting apart. Now Fang Tu is starting a completely new life. It's time to find the bonds of the past. Furthermore, Zan Peng. The matter I asked of you. Any leads yet? Fang Shu said softly. Sorry, Fang Shu. I have no news either. Let's talk more in person. Really? Okay. Hoping that Fang Shu will rekindle what has faded once again. One day, Bai Ningbing woke up and went downstairs. Found Fang Shu busy in the kitchen. Fang Shu brought out breakfast one by one. Met Bai Ningbing and smiled slightly. Ningbing. Good morning. Just a moment. Bai Ningbing seemed to have returned to the past. At that time, Fang Shu thoughtfully prepared 3 meals a day for Bai Ningbing. Bai Ningbing has now seen. So this is the figure of Fang Shu busily working for the past 3 years. An unprecedented sense of security and warmth welled up in her heart. Bai Ningbing sat in the chair, drinking the hot porridge that Fang Shu cooked for her. Her stomach and heart were warm. There was no longer the poor appetite she had before. Seeing Bai Ningbing finally willing to eat breakfast on time, Uncle Lee was extremely happy. Fang Shu is still the best. Only he can make Bai Ningbing eat breakfast. Otherwise, Uncle Lee was really afraid that Bai Ningbing's body would have problems. At the same time, Uncle Lee still had some worries in his heart. Bai Ningbing has now made her choice. Want to get back together with Zhang Xingcheng. Divorce Fang Shu. If Fang Shu really leaves this villa, can Bai Ningbing get to know him? Bringing out the last dish. Fang Shu takes off his apron. Ningbing, take your time eating. I'll go first. Bai Ningbing is slightly doubtful. Fang Shu, aren't you staying to eat with me? I already ate. Seeing Fang Shu about to leave, Bai Ningbing is worried, afraid that Fang Shu will go to find Gu Yue. Hurriedly spoke up. Fang Shu, sit down. I have something to discuss with you. Fang Tu had no choice but to stop upon hearing that. He obediently sat across from Bai Ningbing. Ningbing, what is it? Bai Ningbing sorted out her thoughts. She was originally still considering whether or not to tell Fang Tu about Zhang Xingcheng's offer. Now she can only say it. A short video company has taken notice of you. They contacted me to inquire if you might want to sign a contract with them. Short video company. Fang Tu raised an eyebrow. How did they know I know you? Besides 3 years ago, when it was announced that Fang Tu and Bai Ningbing were married once. And then the Bai family asked Fang Tu to take care of Bai Ningbing. Appear less often. Don't reveal too much to the outside. To avoid unnecessary trouble. Knows the relationship between Fang Shu and Bai Ningbing is very little. Bai Ningbing hesitated for a moment. Still hesitantly opened her mouth. Is a Cheng. It's Mr. Yang's company. Fang Shu was startled. How could he be so kind as to help Fang Shu? Fang Shu is a man. Looking at Zhang Xingcheng's eyes, you can tell. He completely regards Fang Shu as a rival in love. Even though Fang Shu has no reason to conflict with Zhang Xingcheng. He doesn't love Bai Ningbing in the first place. But Bai Ningbing insists on not getting a divorce. Zhang Xingcheng will definitely suspect whether Fang Shu has played any tricks. Fang Shu, you can consider it a little. Now you are at a crucial stage of career development. With me here, Atan can't possibly interfere with the contract. No need to consider it. Ning Bing. To avoid suspicion, I will not join Mr. Yang's company. Fang Shu flatly rejected it. He's not a fool. Zhang Xingcheng said so. There must be something fishy going on. After divorcing Bai Ningbing, Fang Shu doesn't want to get involved with the Bai family anymore. Avoid suspicion. Fang Shu, I know you misunderstand Atan. But don't you trust me? I said I would help you look over the contract. At that time, you can consider it however you want. Do you still think I would collude with Atan to harm you? Atan is definitely not that kind of person either. Fang Shu had a slight headache. Ning Bing. After she is with Mr. Zhang, I will automatically disappear from your world. This is the best arrangement. So, I believe you two are sincere. But I won't be involved with you anymore. Bai Ning Bing felt tense after hearing that. You want to disappear? Fang Shu, do you know what you're saying? Of course, I know. Okay. Ning Bing. I'll go first. Fang Shu didn't want to say anything more to Bai Ning Bing. After Bai Ning Bing calms down, she will understand that Fang Shu's arrangement is the best. If Bai Ning Bing truly sees Fang Shu as a friend, don't want Fang Shu to disappear, Fang Shu would be very happy. 3 years of sacrifice. Despite the mixing of too many emotions, at least in the end, Bai Ningbing didn't treat Fang Shu as a tool. That's why Fang Shu can't disturb Bai Ningbing and Zhang Xingcheng. Contract's over. He should leave on his own accord. Watching Fang Shu's departing back, remembering what Fang Shu said after Bai Ningbing and Zhang Xingcheng got together, he will leave completely. An indescribable bitterness surged in Bai Ningbing's heart, like a tide engulfing him. President Bai. What's wrong? I'm fine. Bai Ningbing shook his head, only able to suppress this unusual feeling for now. You still have to go to the company. Watching Bai Ningbing's figure leave, Uncle Lee could only sigh. President Bai, President Bai. Are you really sure about what you want? Once you truly lose it, you won't be able to get it back. Bai Ningbing absent-mindedly arrived at the Bai Corporation. Zhang Qianqin noticed Bai Ningbing's abnormality at a glance, and asked curiously, Bing Bing. What's wrong? You look so down. Qianqin, looking at her best friend in front of her, the one who knows Bai Ningbing and Zhang Xingcheng, and also this complicated love triangle with Fang Shu. Bai Ningbing bit her lip, and finally made up her mind to speak. Zhang Qianqin was stunned after hearing this. Isn't what Fang Tu said very good? You and Zhang Xingcheng are back together. What qualifications does Fang Tu have to stay? He is willing to disappear voluntarily. He has already thought a lot for you two. At least I think. After the contract ends, we can still be friends. He has been by my side for 3 years. He healed my eyes for me. Bing Bing. Have you finally thought it through? Do you really still love Zhang Xingcheng? Or rather, is Fang Tu already in your heart? Zhang Qianqin really couldn't stand it anymore. Bai Ningbing's hesitant demeanor spoke directly. Of course, I love a Cheng. Bai Ningbing blurted out. It's more to convince myself. In Bai Ningbing's heart, there's still Zhang Xingcheng. The betrayal of that year is etched in Bai Ningbing's memory. Even so, Bai Ningbing still can't forget everything between her and Zhang Xingcheng. Zhang Xingcheng is still Bai Ningbing's first love, her shining moonlight. In Bai Ningbing's heart, no one can replace him. Although I think Zhang Xingcheng is a scumbag and completely unworthy of you. Don't let him down. Shi Qian. Do you also support Fang Shu breaking up with me decisively and never seeing each other again from now on? Otherwise, what else do you want? Zhang Qianqin was speechless. If I didn't know Bai Ningbing's personality, then it wouldn't be possible for her to do something like eating from one bowl while eyeing another. Everyone thought Bai Ningbing had really fallen for Fang Shu. No way. This puppy dog Fang Shu was already reserved by Zhang Qianqin. The rain fell all night. My play is like the rain. The phone rang. It was Zhang Xingcheng. Bai Ningbing answered with a complicated look. A Cheng. What's wrong? Bing Bing. I'm near your company. Okay. Thinking about the last few days, Bai Ningbing hadn't seen Zhang Xingcheng at all. Just like Zhang Qianqin said, Bai Ningbing has made a decision. Then don't let Fang Shu's kindness go to waste. The man she loves is Zhang Xingcheng, the bright moonlight. Bai Ningbing is also ruthless. Okay. Let's change locations. Let's meet up. Really? Great. Bing Bing. Fang Shu arrived at the tea house where he arranged to meet Zan Peng. Fang Shu. Upon seeing Fang Shu, Zan Peng immediately walked over, gently punching Fang Shu's chest. You kid. It's been 3 years. How are you even more handsome? How are we supposed to live? This guy's still as sweet-talking as ever. It really makes me not know what to do. Fang Shu was a little between laughter and tears. Long time no see. Fang Shu asked Zan Peng about the situation in recent years. I'm sorry, Fang Shu. When I was abroad, I tried to help you, searching for information about Gang Shuan. But still nothing. I think Gang Shuan's musical talent is very good. In the field of piano, his level can be comparable to yours. He would definitely stand out abroad. So I searched along this piano path, but still couldn't find him. Gang Shuan has never participated in any piano competitions abroad. Really? To say I'm not disappointed would be a lie. But Fang Tu has been searching for Gang Shuan for so long and still has no clue. I just hope Zan Peng can find Gang Shuan abroad. It's too difficult. That year in 12th grade, Gang Shuan seemed to vanish from the face of the earth. No matter how hard we looked, we couldn't find a trace. Where did he go, after all? Zan Peng said these words, glancing at Fang Tu. Fang Tu. You still haven't decided to give up? It's been 7 years. Zan Peng. High school was the hardest time of my life. You understand better than anyone how important Gang Shuan is to me. He was my most important accompanist. I must find him. Fang Tu said with great determination. What is love in this world? It teaches people to live and die together. Since you've said so. As your brother, of course I support you. You're playing the piano again. It proves that the Bai family's affairs are almost over. I heard you helped cure President Bai's eyes. I even saw Professor Gu in the video. Have you and Professor Gu made up? Back then, Fang Shu gave up going to the St. Paul Conservatory to become the live-in son-in-law of the Bai family. Although Fang Shu didn't say it clearly. But Zan Peng knew more or less the reason. The Zhang family is about to go bankrupt. The Bai family found Shang Fang Shu, intending to use Fang Shu as a tool and a shield to save face for the Bai family. Zan Peng saw everything. His heart was on fire. But the Zhang family dug too big a hole. Zan Peng was completely powerless. The only one who can pull the Zhang family out of the mire is the Bai family. Therefore, Fang Tu couldn't explain the reason. Give up the piano. Endured humiliation for 3 years. made many people who didn't understand the situation extremely disappointed in Fang Tu. Especially the benefactor who had devoted all his efforts to cultivate Fang Tu for 4 years of university. Ms. Yu Wei. Professor Ji Yu is willing to give me one last chance. This time, I won't let him down again. That's good. That's good. Zan Peng rubbed his hands. A little embarrassed to speak. So, your brother needs you to help with something. Cheng Bu. Fang Tu smiled. Zan Peng. You've been abroad for 3 years. Why are you so shy now? What kind of relationship do we have? Just tell me if there's anything I can do to help. It's like this. I'm starting a short video entertainment company. Called Douyin. Currently developing algorithms. Collecting big data. The prospects are huge. But it needs some famous streamers to back it up. If you don't mind, I can give you an S-level contract. The conditions are all favorable to you. When you're free, you just need to shoot a few videos. Other staff will take care of it. Why is everyone rushing to make short videos? First, Zhang Xingcheng. Now even Zan Peng has come here to compete. Fang Shu took care of Bai Ningxin for 3 years. Living frugally. Not caring about outside matters. Now we are developing. The prospects are huge. The big players who smell a business opportunity have already started competing. I heard. The Zhang family has also invested a lot of money in the short video field. It's about to kill all the other short video companies. Luckily, my family started early. The algorithm and big data are very powerful. That's why we haven't been killed by the competition. Now everyone is collecting talented streamers with the ability to fight. Supporting them to attract traffic. These are all resources. Fang Shu. With your piano talent and appearance. As long as you agree to join Douyin. Plus, I'll personally mentor you. Providing you with resources and traffic. You will definitely become a sensation. Once you become famous domestically. Will Gong Jin be able to see your news? The last sentence. Convinced Fang Tu. According to Yu Wei's tournament arrangements. Waiting for Fang Tu to participate in world-class piano competitions. It's estimated there's still some time. If Zan Peng is willing to support Fang Tu. To become a short video leader. The reputation will soar. Naturally, more people will see him. Among them, there's also Gong Jin. Zan Peng. This matter. I can't decide alone. I have to discuss it with Professor Ji Yu. Okay. As long as you agree to consider it. Zan Peng grinned brightly. Zan Peng himself was just testing the waters. For his own Douyin. It's also to help Fang Shu. The old affairs of the Zhang family. Zan Peng is really powerless. 3 years abroad. Zan Peng developed his career. Still can't help Fang Shu. Find clues about Gong Jin. Now Zan Peng's career has improved a bit. If it can help Fang Shu improve his reputation. And be known by more people. It means Fang Shu's chances of finding Gong Jin will be greater. Zan Peng believes that Gong Jin's sudden departure back then. Must have been due to something. Against his will. If he is still alive in this world. He would not give up contact with Fang Shu. He would know that Fang Shu in recent years. Has been painstakingly searching for him. Zan Peng. Thank you. Zan Peng's intention. How could Fang Shu not know? They've known each other since elementary school. Grew up together. Zan Peng helped Fang Shu with many difficulties. Even when the Zhang family was about to go bankrupt. Zan Peng even wanted to give up his career. Take out money to help the Zhang family pay off some of their debts. But Fang Shu stopped him. Regarding these things. Fang Shu always remembers them in his heart. This is something Fang Shu must bear. Can't drag a good brother down with you. 1-2. Fang Shu has already extended a helping hand to the Bai family. Immensely grateful. Even when the Bai family asked Fang Shu to enter into a contract marriage with Bai Ningbing. Making an excessive request. Fang Shu followed through. No regrets, no complaints. Don't talk like that between brothers. When I was little, my father hadn't made it yet. And I was congenitally obese. And got bullied at school for no reason. If you hadn't stepped in to help, I don't know what would have become of me. Moreover, I also value your talent and looks. Try your best. Follow your fat brother here. And you'll have plenty of money. The two look at each other and smile. No need for many words. Before, it was a life and death bond. Helping each other through it. In this life. They are the best of brothers. Oh right, Fang Shu. In your famous video. Besides Professor Ji Yu, there's also a violinist. This one of yours looks a bit like Gong Shuan at a glance. I even thought you found him again. His name is Qin Zungsen. He's a freshman in the violin department of the China Conservatory of Music. Zan Peng nodded thoughtfully. This request. Both names have the character Shuan. No wonder you're willing to play together with him? Fang Shu. Do you still remember? Gong Shuan used to like playing all kinds of musical instruments. It was after meeting you that he was determined to play the piano. Don't use an innocent person as a substitute for Gong Shuan. I suggest we sign separately. Even as good brothers. I won't forgive you either. I know. Zan Peng. Fang Shu pointed and smiled. I know. How could Fang Tu not know? The girl who saved Fang Tu. In the end, how much did she give up for Fang Tu? It's all for Fang Tu. That's why Gong Shuan was so determined to play the piano. Diligently practicing. In order to catch up with Fang Tu's pace. Fang Tu is only being capricious this time. I'm afraid there won't be another chance to collaborate. Qin Zungsen. In the end, she's not Gong Shuan. He is a violinist. But Gong Shuan is a true genius. A pianist even more outstanding than Fang Tu. Fang Tu is not qualified to regard any woman as a substitute for Gong Shuan. While Fang Tu was talking to Zan Peng, two figures entered the tea house. Bing Bing. Thank you. Agreed to be with me. I'm really happy. Zhang Xingcheng said softly. He wanted to hold Bai Ningbing's hand. But Bai Ningbing silently avoided it. Cheng. It's crowded out here. Don't be like this. Bai Ningbing could only find an excuse to cover it up. Zhang Xingcheng's face changed. Crowded? Just now in the car there were only the two of them. Zhang Xingcheng could only hold Bai Ningbing's hand. He hadn't held it for long. Bai Ningbing made an excuse, telling Zhang Xingcheng to concentrate on driving. And then withdrew her hand. Zhang Xingcheng had hoped in vain that after returning to the country, he would be able to completely win over Bai Ningbing and reunite. After all, Bai Ningbing could forgive him. It was Zhang Xingcheng who abandoned her back then. Zhang Xingcheng is no longer the innocent boy who dated Bai Ningbing back then. For 3 years apart, Zhang Xingcheng, to heal the wound, has partied abroad more than anyone else. Gradually, his views became more open. Desires were not satisfied. Just holding hands couldn't satisfy Zhang Xingcheng anymore. Even kissing wasn't enough. He had to do that. Bai Ningbing is now willing to go out and date Zhang Xingcheng. But the whole process is with a frowning face. As if someone owed her hundreds of millions. The Bai Ningbing of the past wasn't like this. It must be influenced by Fang Shu. Zhang Xingcheng can't help but admit. That useless guy who only relies on his face to make a living really has some ability with Bai Ningbing. In the past, Zhang Xingcheng completely looked down on men like Fang Shu who had no family background and no ability. Now Zhang Xingcheng will look up to them a little. And treats Fang Tu as a love rival. Zhang Xingcheng guessed correctly. Bai Ningbing's real worry is Fang Tu. Also, when Zhang Xingcheng and Bai Ningbing are alone together, he always likes to touch Bai Ningbing. Every time Zhang Xingcheng and Bai Ningbing have physical contact, Bai Ningbing unconsciously has a physiological resistance. Zhang Xingcheng wasn't like this before. He is a polite person. Very respectful of Bai Ningbing's choices. Especially when Bai Ningbing says no. Zhang Xingcheng's betrayal has deeply hurt Bai Ningbing. Even if they reunite, it will take time to cultivate their feelings. And slowly heal. Zhang Xingcheng agreed. But still can't control touching Bai Ningbing. Bai Ningbing is really annoyed. Very resistant. 3 years apart. Except for Bai Ningbing's familiar exterior. Her voice. Then. Zhang Xingcheng seems to have changed a lot. Is this still the moonlight in Bai Ningbing's heart, the one she loves but can't have? Longed for in her bones? In comparison, Fang Shu wouldn't be like that. When Bai Ningbing lost her light, gave up on herself, was most helpless, and most in pain, Fang Shu never intended to do anything to Bai Ningbing. Even if Fang Shu loved Bai Ningbing to the point of madness, he still restrained himself to the bone, never taking advantage when someone was in trouble. This point is very important to Bai Ningbing. Therefore, Bai Ningbing was able to quickly accept Fang Shu's existence. Bing Bing. About the divorce. Is it really Fang Shu who has been delaying it again and again? Speaking of this, Zhang Xingcheng's tone also changed. That toad. Zhang Xingcheng has returned to the country. And still doesn't know when to back down. Fantasizing about Bai Ningbing, the swan meat. Doesn't even look at how much he weighs. Truly shameless. What does he have to compare with Zhang Xingcheng, the bright moonlight? Achung. It's not just Fang Shu's fault. There are other factors. In short, let me arrange this matter. I will handle it well. Don't interfere. Or I'll be angry. Bai Ningbing lied against her will. Unable to tell Zhang Xingcheng. Is Bai Ningbing deliberately delaying the divorce? Zhang Xingcheng will overthink it if that happens. We can only wait for Bai Ningbing to stabilize her emotions. Seriously consider what's best for the three of them. Then it won't be too late to discuss the divorce. Right now, all Bai Ningbing knows is he doesn't want to divorce Fang Shu. He doesn't want Fang Shu to be like what he said. Completely disappear from Bai Ningbing's world after the divorce. He will never see him again. Fang Shu was sitting in a position with his back to Bai Ningbing and Zhang Xingcheng. He didn't see Bai Ningbing and Zhang Xingcheng come in. While Zhan Peng picked up his teacup to drink, he looked up and saw a familiar figure. He was stunned for a moment. He thought he was seeing things. So he called out, "Nian, Gongxun." Hearing the name Gongxuan, Fang Shu's heart felt like it was struck by lightning. Hurriedly followed Zhan Peng's gaze to look behind him. Discovered it was Bai Ningbing. In an instant, the excitement in his heart cooled down by half. Bai Ningbing at this time noticed Fang Shu and Zhan Peng. Zhan Peng calling her by the name Gongxuan made her feel very uncomfortable. It seems Bai Ningbing is being regarded as a substitute for Gongxuan. Oh dear. What a coincidence. General Zhan. Fang Shu. Everyone's here. It's a small world. Shan Jingcheng came to Bai Ningbing's side, displaying an extremely intimate distance. In front of Fang Shu. This is a show of force. Bai Ningbing is Zhang Xingcheng's woman. General Manager Zhang. Why are you here? Sorry. I seem to have mistaken you for someone else. Is she your girlfriend? Also making short video companies in the country. Zhang Xingcheng has met with Zhan Peng many times. Even if it's a competitive relationship, superficial harmony must still be maintained. Who would be stupid enough to cause trouble face to face? Zhang Xingcheng didn't pay much attention to Zhan Peng before. Zhang Xingcheng relies on the Zhang family. Abundant capital. Just relying on the ammunition in his hand, he can easily kill Zhan Peng. Many domestic short video companies have either been bought by the Zhang family several times, or they can't make it anymore. Only Zhan Peng and a few other companies are struggling to hold on. Therefore, Zhang Xingcheng looked at Zhan Peng a few more times. He wants to buy Duyan's powerful algorithm and data. Always keep in touch with Zhan Peng. This is the big data algorithm that Zhan Peng painstakingly researched. He plans to rely on Duyan to make a big business. It is currently showing promise. How could he give it to someone else? Resolutely refused Zhang Xingcheng's request. Right. This is my girlfriend. The corner of Zhang Xingcheng's mouth curled up in a smug smile. He was very pleased with Zhan Peng's words. He provocatively glanced at Fang Shu. Even Fang Shu's friends felt that Zhang Xingcheng and Bai Ningbing were a match made in heaven. Fang Shu. Fang Shu. You really are a toad. You should just give up. Fang Shu felt very helpless. He really never thought about competing with Zhang Xingcheng for Bai Ningbing. Not the love rival that Zhang Xingcheng imagines. At Cheng. Bai Ningbing couldn't believe Zhang Xingcheng would admit it. Glanced at Zhang Xingcheng. There are outsiders here. If you make a big scene, what kind of appearance would that be? It would ruin Bai Ningbing and Zhang Xingcheng's plan to reunite. At the same time, Bai Ningbing didn't dare to look Fang Shu in the eye. Bai Ningbing just lied to Zhang Xingcheng. If Fang Shu knows about this, Bai Ningbing doesn't dare to imagine how angry Fang Shu would be. Bing Bing. President Zhan seems to know Fang Shu very well. It's only a matter of time before he finds out. If you don't mind, can we join your table? Zhang Xingcheng is doing this on purpose. Wants to do it in front of Fang Shu. Let me show you who deserves Bai Ningbing. Not someone like Fang Shu. Without the Bai family, he's just a useless stray dog. Even someone as slow as Zhan Peng realized something was wrong. He glanced at Fang Shu. He winked. That. Zhan Peng and I have almost finished drinking. I'll leave first. You guys take your time talking. Fang Shu didn't have time to stick around and be a third wheel. Zhang Xingcheng clearly wanted to flaunt his love and dog food. To humiliate Fang Shu. Although Fang Shu's heart wasn't moved at all. But there was no need to waste time staying and playing along with Zhang Xingcheng's performance. Fang Shu. Don't go. Are there some things we shouldn't make clear? Fang Shu wants to leave. How could Zhang Xingcheng let this golden opportunity pass? Directly block Fang Tu's path. Angrily looked at Fang Tu. This deliberate dragging out of the divorce. Zhang Xingcheng definitely has to settle accounts clearly with Fang Tu. At Cheng. Don't be like this. Bai Ningbing bit his lip slightly. Felt that Zhang Xingcheng was going too far. Even Bai Ningbing could see it. Zhang Xingcheng is deliberately targeting and making things difficult for Fang Tu. Does he really think others are fools? Why has Zhang Xingcheng become like this? The Zhang Xingcheng of 3 years ago would absolutely not do such a thing. Mr. Zhang. Ningbin only loves you. Now you two have reunited. In order to get the support of the Bai family, I will try my best to cooperate. Absolutely nothing you're thinking will happen. Please don't treat me like an enemy. Just pretend I'm not worthy. Zan Peng. Let's go. You. If there wasn't someone else here, Zhang Xingcheng would have definitely punched Fang Shu in the face. This guy even dares to say such high-sounding words. Clearly, the one who prolonged the divorce with Bai Ningbin was Fang Shu. Easier said than done. Zhang Xingcheng shouldn't have trusted Fang Shu, clearly knowing that Fang Shu loved Bai Ningbin to the point of death. How could he believe that Fang Shu gave up so much, and was even willing to back down? Not to mention Bai Ningbin's beauty. Just Bai Ningbin's background alone. If Fang Shu could just be with Bai Ningbin, it would be enough for Fang Shu to have 10 generations of wealth and glory. Oh. Zan Peng reacted. Almost wanted to strangle the person he was just now. Mom. This love triangle is so complicated. Zhang Xingcheng admitted that Bai Ningbin is his girlfriend. Bai Ningbin is Fang Shu's marriage partner. Messy. Too messy. Just thinking about it, Zan Peng's scalp went numb. So he hurriedly followed Fang Shu and left, leaving Zhang Xingcheng with a gloomy face standing there. Fang Shu, as Zhang Xingcheng thought, had conceded defeat. Why doesn't Zhang Xingcheng feel any sense of victory? Looking at Fang Shu's indifferent attitude, as if he doesn't care about Bai Ningbin at all. He just doesn't bother to compete, and is giving Bai Ningbin to Zhang Xingcheng. This attitude makes Zhang Xingcheng very uncomfortable. It seems the woman Zhang Xingcheng wants to reunite with is something Fang Shu has long been tired of playing with. This Fuang Tu is too good at acting. After Fuang Tu and the others leave, Bai Ningbin said angrily, Cheng, you've gone too far. I told you. Our relationship don't involve Fuang Tu. And also, why in front of outsiders? Did you admit our relationship? Bing Bing. Zan Peng is Fuang Tu's friend. Do you think he wouldn't know about our relationship? All right. Don't be angry. As your man. Sooner or later there will be a day. I will explain to Fuang Tu. I won't let him drag on with you, affecting our future. Zhang Xingcheng said indifferently, and still wants to hold Bai Ningbin's hand, but was directly avoided by Bai Ningbin. Cursed. Zhang Xingcheng cursed inwardly, looking at Bai Ningbin's cold face. Still had to patiently coax. Bing Bing. Do you know the identity of the person just now? He is the person competing for the short video market. Profit with me in the country, the founder of Douyin. It seems Fang Shu refused to cooperate with him. Not a philandering fox, but had already found another investor. Speaking of this, Bai Ningbin thought of what Fang Shu said today will completely disappear from his timeline. Feeling even worse. Cheng. I remembered that the company still has some things to take care of. I'll go first. And there's something you promised me. You're not allowed to go find Fang Shu. Otherwise, I won't pay attention to you anymore. I will handle this matter well. Zhang Xingcheng's uncontrolled lessons. No. Bing Bing. You just got here and already want to leave? What do you take me for? Could it be that you want to go chase Fang Shu? Cheng. If I weren't worried about you, then I wouldn't have been able to get back with you. 3 years ago, I hurt you too deeply. Now, you repeatedly disobey me. Ruined your plan. Disappointed you. Think for yourself. Bai Ningbin left these words. And left without any mercy. Now Bai Ningbin wants to chase after Fang Shu even more. Explain things clearly to Fang Shu. Wants to help Zhang Xingcheng apologize to Fang Shu. Things aren't as Fang Shu thinks. Leaving Zhang Xingcheng with a face as if he'd eaten shit. A moment later, a shadowy figure stealthily approached Zhang Xingcheng. President Zhang. I've finished taking the photos. Good. I want to see him trending tomorrow. No matter how much it costs. Yes. Zhang Xingcheng has returned to the country this time. Specifically to target Bai Ningbin. Regardless of the means, Zhang Xingcheng must reunite with Bai Ningbin in order to regain the Bai family's approval. Fang Shu, Fang Shu. Useless thing. Still wants to win back Bai Ningbin. Keep dreaming. Bai Ningbin walks out of the tea room. Looks around. Doesn't see Fang Shu's figure. He's still left. Bai Ningbin takes out his phone. Sends a message to Fang Shu. I'm sorry. Fang Shu. Cheng, he was too much just now. Not long after, Fang Shu replied. 3 simple words. It's okay. Not knowing why, seeing these 3 words, Bai Ningbin felt empty inside. Like something was missing. That couldn't be pieced back together. Clearly Fang Shu is so generous. forgiving Zhang Xingcheng's harsh confrontation just now. Why isn't Bai Ningbin happy at all? If he could see Fang Shu jealous. A look of anger beyond control. Perhaps Bai Ningbin would be a little happier. Recalling what Fang Shu said just now. That he's not worthy of being Zhang Xingcheng's rival in love. That indifferent look. As if he really doesn't have Bai Ningbin in his heart. Just a simple explanation. Not only Zhang Xingcheng is uncomfortable. Bai Ningbin wasn't comfortable either. Zan Peng saw Bai Ningbin for the first time. And called out the name. Gong Shuan. Is it that in the eyes of people like Fang Shu, Bai Ningbin is just Gong Shuan's substitute? Fang Shu's kindness toward Bai Ningbin. The so-called love that goes so far as to test drugs for Bai Ningbin. Is all because of Bai Ningbin's face. That looks so much like Gong Shuan. Fang Shu's love is so superficial. Even deeper. Bai Ningbin didn't dare to think. He was afraid of knowing the answer. He'd rather bind himself to believing that Fang Shu really loved him. Fang Shu switched locations with Zan Peng. Fang Shu. Unexpectedly. CEO Bai resembles Gong Shuan so much. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I would have thought they were the same person. Zan Peng clicked his tongue. Except for the hair color. At a glance, Bai Ningbin is practically Gong Shuan. But with a little more real interaction. Bai Ningbin and Gong Shuan are two completely different personalities. Bai Ningbin is cold and aloof. The image of a resourceful, strong woman. If Wu Zetian of ancient times were reincarnated, it would definitely be like this Bai Ningbin. Gong Shuan is bright and open. A somewhat willful 12-year-old girl. Like countless school novels, the female protagonist level character only appears in anime. 8 years later. I wonder what Gong Shuan looks like now. Still remember. In Huasha Jingdu. There's a man who was saved by him in high school. Who is extremely nostalgic. And always looking for him? Fang Shu was indifferent. This point. He is extremely clear on. But married to Bai Ningbin for 3 years. Being together day after day. Fang Shu inevitably sometimes treats Bai Ningbin like Gong Shuan. They are too similar. Sometimes revealing a brilliance. As if cast from the same mold. Moreover, they both know how to play the piano. Fortunately, Bai Ningbin was betrayed by Zhang Xingcheng. Went blind in both eyes. And from then on, hearing the sound of the piano makes him go crazy. Never touching the piano again. Otherwise, Fang Shu is afraid that he will regard Bai Ningbin as a substitute even more. The person he knows is Gong Shuan's substitute. Fang Shu. Hello? I heard before that you loved Bai Ningbin. And were even willing to try medicine yourself to help him cure his eyes. I didn't believe it. Now it seems. Could it be that you regard Bai Ningbin as Gong Shuan's substitute? Zan Peng really shouldn't have pressed him to ask this question. Zan Peng. Don't talk nonsense. This is the truth that Fang Shu doesn't want Bai Ningbin to know the most. Can't stop frowning. That's right. My mind is really messed up. Talking nonsense. Look at this mouth of mine. Zan Peng patted his mouth. It's tacit understanding. Absolutely can't reveal it. Otherwise, with Bai Ningbin's status and character, he definitely won't let Fang Shu off. On the other side, Ji Yue is sitting on the high-speed train. With his arms crossed. Closing his eyes for a light sleep. The phone rang. Ji Yue saw Fang Shu's phone call. He couldn't help but let the corners of his mouth turn up in a curve. Pressing the answer button. What? Professor Ji Yu. I want to discuss something with you. Is that all right? Speak. Fang Shu told Ji Yue about Zan Peng's cooperation plan. Originally thought that Ji Yue would stop it. Who knew that Ji Yue agreed very decisively? Okay. Got an unexpected answer. Fang too was a little stunned. The competition isn't just about your technique. Aura. Sometimes external factors are also very important. Like your background and reputation. Regarding your background, my side will try to help you with it. Reputation can only rely on you to win it. I've heard of this Douyin short video platform. It's a very promising company. If your brothers are really, as you say, willing to put resources into supporting you, then that's great. When will you sign the contract? I'll go with you. Thank you, Professor Ji Yu. Fang too was extremely grateful. What Ji Yue said and did. Every single thing was for Fang Tu's sake. Especially since Fang Shu once failed Ji Yue's expectations. They haven't been in contact for 3 years. Ji Yue can still firmly help Fang Shu like this. To be able to meet such a benefactor. Fang Shu is truly blessed for 3 lifetimes. Don't rush to thank me. Just do what you should be doing well. Hangs up the phone. Fang Shu told Zan Peng about Ji Yue's intentions. Okay, I also want to meet Professor GU in person. Signing a contract directly with Professor GU will also be more reassuring. I will arrange this. I'm counting on you. Zan Peng. Fang Shu returned to his rented apartment. He was just about to go back and practice the piano diligently, trying to find the feeling again as soon as possible. He must never fail Gu Yuwei's expectations. Two familiar figures approached. Hey! Tu. That man. Isn't that Senior Fuang Tu? Fuang Hu was the first to spot Fuang Tu. Hurriedly patted Tan Huan Huan's shoulder. Tan Huan Huan was still thinking about whether the rent here was a good deal. She was stunned to hear Fuang Hu say that. Looked forward. It was indeed Fuang Tu. Fuang Tu also didn't expect to meet Tan Huan Huan here. Smiled. Little sister Tan. What a coincidence. Senior Fuang Tu. What are you doing here? Oh. I rented a house here. I usually come here to practice piano. Tan Huan Huan's eyes lit up. Senior Fang Shu. My name is Fang Xiao. I'm a good friend of Shuan. It just so happens that Shuan also wants to rent an apartment here to practice violin. You two will be neighbors in the future. That's great. Fang Xiao sees an opportunity. Immediately helps her good friend. Qin Shuan panics. Fang Xiao. Don't say that. I haven't decided yet. Shu. Hearing this familiar way of addressing him. A trace of sadness flashed in Fang Shu's eyes. He politely asks. Junior Qin. Do you also want to rent here? Yes. I can't practice freely at school. I'm thinking of renting an apartment outside. Rest occasionally and practice the violin while I'm at it. After searching around, I found the soundproofing here is the best. It won't disturb others. Qin is a violin prodigy in her freshman year at the Huasha Conservatory of Music. And she practices so diligently. It's truly admirable. That's right. Seeing Shuin work so hard. Even her best friend like me is swept along. Luckily, I don't study violin. I study a dual instrument major. Oh, ha. No. Senior Fang Shu. I've met a true genius before. She is the idol I want to follow most from the bottom of my heart. If one day I could perform with her. I just hope my performance doesn't hold her back. Compared to her, I'm far behind. Speaking of this idol. Qin Xuanxuan's eyes sparkled. She will never forget that year in the 2nd grade. The experience of seeing her perform on stage. It was because of that performance. That made Qin Xuanxuan determined to pursue the path of a violinist. Because Qin Xuanxuan wanted that girl to accompany her. At that moment, Qin Xuanxuan also noticed Fang Shu. Following in Fang Shu's footsteps, she entered the Huasha Conservatory of Music. She thought Fang Shu had withdrawn from the piano world. Disappeared without a trace. Qin Xuanxuan is still in Macau. When will I be able to meet Fang Shu? I didn't expect luck to come so suddenly. The soundproofing here is really good. I rented this place because I value this point. The landlord even left a piano here and asked me to help maintain it. That's really a big help. Fang Xiao's eyes lit up. So, Senior Fang Shu. If it's convenient, can I follow you in for a look? It's good to have as reference material. Of course you can. Fang Tu already has her consent. Fang Xiao, that's not good. What's not good about it? Isn't Senior Fang Tu your idol? Build a good relationship, and you two will have more opportunities to collaborate. Senior Fang Tu is a famous figure at the China Conservatory of Music. It's not just you. I also want Senior Fang Tu to accompany me on the piano. Under Fang Xiao's persuasion, Qin Xuanxuan and the others arrived at the apartment Fang Tu rented. The inside of the apartment is very simple. Designed in a modern minimalist style. Sofa, refrigerator, kitchen. All the necessary appliances are there. Except for the room bathed in soft sunlight. Deliberately arranged an elegant and cozy music room. A white piano sparkled with a soft light. Silently standing in the center. The piano's surface was as shiny as a mirror. A few rays of light pierced through the gap in the curtains. Dancing on the alternating black and white keys. Unspeakably beautiful. On the wall hung several paintings remaining from history. Oil paintings of immortal piano masters. Beethoven, Fu Song, Mozart. On the windowsill, a faded pot of orchids emitted a faint fragrance. Embellishing the entire piano room. Truly a treasure for every pianist. Qin Xuanxuan was moved at first sight. Couldn't help but exclaim. Too beautiful. The owner cherishes this piano room very much. Must be a famous pianist. Fang Shu really wanted to meet the owner. But they are abroad on a performance tour. Even the contract was handled by a broker. Fang Xiao drunkenly opened her mouth. Senior brother Fang Shu. Such a good opportunity. Could you play a piece for me and Zan to listen to? Chen Xuanxuan realized this, her eyes full of anticipation as she looked towards Fang Shu. Thinking of Fang Shu's focused expression when he uses this piano to perform. That charming and handsome look. It will definitely be the most beautiful moment. Okay. I also happen to want to practice the piano. Having two junior sisters can also help me point out some things. What song do you want to hear? Lanting Shu. I want to hear Lanting Shu. Fang Shu sat quietly in front of the piano. His whole body was bathed in the gentle sunlight. Accentuate her jade-like face and slender, elegant fingers. As his fingers gently glided across the keys. The black and white keys seemed to be endowed with life. Weaving vivid soundscapes. The melody emerges clearly from between the lines. The babbling of a stream. A brilliant galaxy. Unlike the lament of the Arhu and the loss of voice. The piano performance adds a touch of ethereal elegance. Fang Shu is like a magician on stage. Carving each note perfectly. This practice session. This is the true strength of the most famous genius senior at the Huasha Conservatory of Music. Fang Shu's technique isn't the best. But his piano playing has a magic to it. It can draw listeners into his world. Turning them into puppets. Skills can be honed. But this kind of talent is rare. No wonder Professor Jiu Yue, the most talented young professor at the Huasha Conservatory of Music, has put so much effort into nurturing Fang Shu. Fang Shu's performance. Just watching the video isn't enough. The live version is the ultimate. Watching Fang Tu perform up close. He is a god. His whole body radiates a halo, making it impossible to take your eyes off him. Senior Fang Tu, you're so cunning. You play so well. How are we supposed to give you advice? Fang Xiao is not complaining, but admiring from the bottom of her heart. Fang Tu's level has surpassed them by a long way. From the audience's perspective, I can only say two words, perfect. Qin Zunxin rests her chin on her hand. Her eyes are full of admiration. This is the genius Fang Tu, as he is known. In comparison, the so-called genius Qin Zunxin is too overrated. When will I be able to grow to? This is a chance to officially perform on stage with senior Fang Tu. Just like that girl, who amazed Qin Zunxin's entire life back then. Senior Fang Tu. Such a good opportunity. Why don't you and Shuan play together again? Before, when you and teacher Ji Yu played together, it was trending on Weibo. Why not seize the opportunity to become even more famous? I'll help you guys film it. Fang Xiao suggested, seizing the opportunity. This time, Fang Xiao wasn't just considering Qin Zunxin's admiration for Fang Tu, but also Qin Zunxin and Fang Tu's careers. Even if they are admitted to the most famous music academy in the country, there are many talented music students graduating every year, making it easy to be lost in the vast sea of people. Even a genius with outstanding looks and talent like Qin Zunxin can't guarantee that after graduation, she will definitely become famous in the music world. Can only be said to have an advantage over ordinary people. Fang Shu and the others' ensemble video is trending. Popularity is increasing. Many seniors are asking about this. Now is the time to act quickly. Increase popularity. It's also to pave a good path for their future careers. Are you guys hungry? I'll make some lunch for you to eat. Fang Shu didn't agree, but chose to refuse tactfully. Before, he agreed to cooperate with Qin Zunxin out of weakness. Firstly, it was because he didn't want to embarrass Qin Zunxin in front of so many students. Secondly, it was Fang Shu's own selfish reasons. Seeing Qin Zunxin as a replacement for Gong Shuan. This time, Fang Shu can't be so selfish anymore. Ah. Time flies without realizing it. I am a little hungry. Then we won't stand on ceremony. Brother Fang Shu. Fang Xiaoyu isn't stupid. How could she not understand Fang Shu's implied refusal? Quickly borrowing Fang Shu's excuse. I almost forgot. Fang Shu wasn't suited to playing with others to begin with. Last time, Qin Zunxin got this opportunity. It really was fortunate. I'm just afraid Qin Zunxin will be sad. Everyone, please sit. I'll go into the kitchen and cook something. Do you need any help? Guests are here. How could we let guests help? Fang Shu is busy in the kitchen. Fang Xiao secretly asks Qin Zunxin. Shuan, are you okay? I'm okay. Fang Xiao. Actually, I know senior Fang Shu isn't suited to playing with others. Having this opportunity, I'm already very happy. Shouldn't ask for too much. Thank you for being willing to help me try again. Qin Shuan smiled gratefully at Fang Xiao. Regarding her best friend's help, Qin Shuan understands clearly. Saying she wasn't disappointed is a lie. Qin Shuan really wants to be a special presence in Fang Shu's heart. But the reason Fang Shu refused to play together, Qin Shuan roughly knows. It's because of that girl. Qin Shuin has this opportunity. It's because she imitated that girl. Dyed a head of long, wine-red hair. Actually, Qin Zengxin really wanted to play the piano. Like Fang Shu, Gong Shuin. But Qin Zengxin's talent only lies in the violin. Her talent in piano. Compared to Fang Shu and Gong Shuin, it's simply as small as a speck of dust. Completely unable to catch up. Thinking of this, Qin Zengxin couldn't help but clench her small fist. Who are you comparing us to? Don't talk about these things. Fang Xiaomo touches Qin Zengxin. I see Fang Shu is so young. He probably doesn't have a girlfriend yet. Why don't I ask him for you? It's just that I don't know Professor Gu. Oh. Don't ask. Fang Shu. My feelings for Fang Shu aren't what you think. Okay. I wouldn't even bother playing matchmaker. It's a thankless task. 4:30 p.m. After seeing Qin Zengxin and Fang Xiaohou off, Fang Shu was preparing to return to the Xian Mountain private villa to make dinner for Bai Ningbing. Now, Bai Ningbing can't eat anything made by anyone else. She can only eat what Fang Shu makes. Since the contract hasn't been officially terminated, and he still needs to get 10 million, Fang Shu still has to fulfill the contract. Take care of Bai Ningbing. This is also what Fang Shu is being careful and all. That can be done for Bai Ningbing. After the divorce, Bai Ningbing will have to rely on herself. A Ferrari suddenly stopped in front of Fang Shu. The car window rolled down. Zhang Xingcheng, wearing sunglasses, winked at Fang Shu. Fang Shu. Get in the car. Let's have a good talk. Mr. Zhang. I think we've already talked about everything that needs to be talked about. Fang Shu frowned almost imperceptibly. Zhang Xingcheng appearing here means he investigated the house Fang Shu rented. This made Fang Shu very unhappy, feeling like his privacy had been invaded. But what can you do when they have money and power? Fang Shu couldn't stop it at all. This world is just this realistic. Fang Shu knew this better than anyone. Let's chat a bit more. Some things need to be made clear between men. I don't want Bingbing to know. Fang Shu. If you're a man, get in the car. Zhang Xingcheng coldly looked at Fang Shu. Pretending. Let's see how long you can keep pretending. Fang Shu took a deep breath and chose to get into the Ferrari. Some things need to be made clear. Fang Shu had no reason to endure Zhang Xingcheng's inexplicable hostility. Zhang Xingcheng floored the gas pedal. The two of them arrived at a cafe. The manager saw Zhang Xingcheng enter, nodding respectfully. Boss. The store is cleared. Bring 2 iced Americanos. No sugar. I want to have a good chat with the guest. Yes. After the coffee was served, Zhang Xingcheng took a sip first and smiled slightly at Fang Shu. Married to Bingbing for 3 years. You should know this is Bingbing's favorite flavor, right? I used to dislike Americano without sugar. Bingbing made it for me personally several times and said I would definitely like it. Gradually, I was influenced by Bingbing and grew to love it. There's a saying that goes, when you fall in love with someone, you gradually get used to everything about them. Oh, Mr. Fang Shu. I forgot to ask. Do you like this flavor? Zhang Xingcheng is implying something. Fang Shu shook his head. I prefer my latte a little sweeter. Mr. Zhang. Actually, you don't need to imply anything. I know who Ning Bing likes. Since you know, that makes things easier. Zhang Xingcheng struck a comfortable pose, looking down at Fang Shu condescendingly. I know you have a contract marriage with Bingbing. After it's done, she'll give you 10 million. I'll give you 20 million. Divorce Bingbing immediately. Mr. Zhang. It's really not about the money. It's that I've mentioned divorce to Ning Bing many times. She keeps dragging it on. I really have no choice. Fang Shu was completely helpless. Divorce. Fang Shu has wanted a divorce for a long time. To give Bai Ningbing freedom. And to give himself freedom. 10 million. Is more than enough for Fang Shu. If he saves a little, he won't have to worry for the rest of his life. Bai Ningbing brought it up first. But then, Bai Ningbing, I don't know why she went back on her word. Bai Ningbing is the Zhang family's savior. She is the financial backer. What can Fang Shu say? She's also desperate. She refuses. Zhang Xingcheng sneered. Fang Shu. Don't think I don't know. You played some trick. You're deliberately dragging your feet on divorcing Bingbing, right? Bingbing told me everything. She told you? Fang Shu couldn't believe what he was hearing. Fang Shu. I'll give you one last chance. Take 20 million. And divorce Bingbing. Don't make any more excuses to delay Bingbing. If it weren't for these past 3 years, you wholeheartedly took care of Bingbing. You risked your life to find medicine for Bingbing. To treat her eyes. I wouldn't be like this now. I'm talking to you nicely. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. I know you love Bingbing. But the person Bingbing loves is me. You should recognize your place. You're just a substitute in a contract marriage. The reason you stay by Bingbing's side. Isn't it just for her power and influence? 20 million. That's enough for you to spend a lifetime. Fang Shu trembled with anger. Before deciding to repay the Zhang family's kindness and entering a contract marriage with Bai Ningbing, Fang Shu had already abandoned his dignity. Compared to money, dignity is not worth mentioning at all. Without the Bai family, the Zhang family would go bankrupt. Even if Fang Wanyan treated his biological son differently from Fang Shu is also very grateful. Fang Wanyan is just doing what anyone would do. After all, Fang Shu is an adopted son. He has no blood relation with the Zhang family. Without the Zhang family's support, Fang Shu wouldn't have been able to get into Huasha Conservatory of Music. Without Yang Fu Zhang Haoshan's company, Fang Shu is still immersed in the shadow of losing his family in the car accident. Unable to move on, the relatives only cared about dividing the inheritance. They didn't mention adopting Fang Shu at all. Kicking Fang Shu to the orphanage. That was the darkest and most desperate time of Fang Shu's life. Because of the shadow of this event, Fang Shu didn't even dare to touch the piano. It was the Zhang family who adopted Fang Shu. If the Zhang family still had money to spare and hadn't reached the point of bankruptcy, Fang Shu would have gotten into St. Paul's Conservatory of Music. The Zhang family will also contribute money to send Fang Shu to study abroad. Fang Shu believes he has always abided by the contract, taking care of Bai Ningbin wholeheartedly, even if he harbored the selfish intention of using Bai Ningbin as a substitute for merit. Fang Shu has done his best. He even cured Bai Ningbin's eyes. And yet, this is how Bai Ningbin responds to Fang Shu. It's clearly Bai Ningbin himself who doesn't want a divorce. But he's turning around and blaming Zhang Xingcheng, saying that Fang Shu doesn't want a divorce. It's truly a grand scheme for the world. Fang Shu originally thought that after 3 years of marriage, at least in Bai Ningbin's heart, they were still friends. That Bai Ningbin acknowledged Fang Shu. But now it seems it was all Fang Shu's wishful thinking. A foolish fantasy. 10 million. It's what I deserve. I don't need your money. Mr. Zhang, listen carefully. I'm not the one dragging out this divorce. I'm calling Ningbin right now to ask him what the hell is going on. Fang Shu immediately took out his phone and was about to call Bai Ningbin when Zhang Xingcheng quickly stopped him. Fang Shu, don't think I don't know what you're thinking. What means did you use to keep me away from Bingbing? Telling me not to interfere in your affairs? You're calling Bingbing to question her, which is just selling me out. To make Bingbing angry. You're a grown man. Why do you always use these sly tricks? Don't you even know how to spell the word shame? Holy crap. Fang Shu was about to explode with anger. What the hell? I'm really stuck between a rock and a hard place. All of this is thanks to Bai Ningbin. Zhang Xingcheng. I'll tell you one last time. I've always wanted to divorce Bai Ningbin. Knowing about this from you today, I'm definitely getting this divorce. I don't want your money. I just want what I deserve. After we get back to the villa, I will definitely give you an explanation. Looking at Fang Shu's extremely angry appearance, it doesn't seem like he's faking it at all. Zhang Xingcheng cursed inwardly. This useless trash. You're putting on quite the act. I was almost fooled by Fang Shu a few times. It's not like Fang Shu has been dragging his feet on the divorce. Bai Ningbin would never say that. It couldn't possibly be Bai Ningbin dragging his feet on divorcing Fang Shu, could it? What a joke. Bai Ningbin is a true princess of power. With gorgeous looks and an outstanding figure. Plus, she has Zhang Xingcheng, her first love and perfect match. What does Fang Shu have? He has nothing. Fine. Fang Shu. Let's see how long you can keep up this act. Saying one thing to people's faces and doing another behind their backs, that's just your type of personality. If Bingbing comes to me with trouble about this, see if I don't deal with you. I've been more than fair to you. Gentlemanly enough. Then control your woman. Don't let her throw dirt on me again. Annoying me. Disgusting. Fang Shu knows that no matter what he says now, it's useless. Zhang Xingcheng does look down on Fang Shu, treating Fang Shu as a rival in love. The main reason is still Bai Ningbin. This woman. Why slander Fang Shu like this? Like this? Is it fun? Bai Ningbin was the one who first mentioned divorce. Bai Ningbin was the one who terminated the contract. then regretted it, wanting Fang Shu to help persuade the Bai family. Helping Bai Ningbin get back together with Zhang Xingcheng. Doesn't want a divorce anymore. Now she's telling Zhang Xingcheng that Fang Shu is deliberately dragging it out. Don't want a divorce. Fang Shu is filled with anger right now. Thousands of questions. Wanting to question Bai Ningbin. Night falls. Xian Mountain private villa. When Bai Ningbin returned to the villa, he didn't see Fang Shu. After asking Uncle Li, he learned that Fang Shu hasn't returned yet. Where has this Fang Shu run off to again? And said he would prepare dinner for me. Bai Ningbin pouted. This morning at the tea house, Zan Peng mistakenly thought he was Gong Shuin's shadow, which still covers Bai Ningbin's heart. Bai Ningbin also lied to Zhang Xingcheng, saying the divorce is being dragged on by Fang Shu's will. Bai Ningbin knows this is very bad. But what can he do in the face of Zhang Xingcheng's constant pressure? Bai Ningbin was upset and frustrated. The thought that Fang Shu said after the divorce, he would completely disappear from Bai Ningbin's world. He couldn't accept that, even if Bai Ningbin really gets back together with Zhang Xingcheng. Does Fang Shu have to leave? Married for 3 years, Bai Ningbin, who lost his sight, had long been accustomed to Fang Shu's care and companionship. At times, Bai Ningbin even regarded Fang Shu as the perfect substitute for Zhang Xingcheng. His personality and behavior were exactly the same as the white moonlight in Bai Ningbin's memory. Not like now, already changed. Becoming capricious. Zhang Xingcheng, who doesn't respect Bai Ningbin, could be compared. At this moment, Bai Ningbin's phone vibrated. Bai Ningbin thought it was a message from Fang Shu. Pulled out his phone to check, and found it was the private investigator in charge of investigating Gong Shuin's information. Had already packaged Gong Shuin's information and sent it to Bai Ningbin. Bai Ningbin took a deep breath. It was time to officially face this girl who looked 9/10 like Bai Ningbin. Not long after Bai Ningbin went upstairs, Fang Shu returned to the villa in a rage. Uncle Li exclaimed with joy. Mr. Zhang, you're back. Just now, where was CEO Bai Ningbin? Listening to Fang Shu's tone, Uncle Li sensed something was wrong. Mr. Zhang, has something happened? Uncle Li, I need to talk to Bai Ningbin properly. CEO Bai is in the study. Fang Shu went straight upstairs. Uncle Li was afraid something might happen. Keep up. Bai Ningbin is in the room looking at Gonson's information. Transferred to Kyoto Private High School in the 2nd year of high school. At that time, Gonson still had black hair. She really looks like Bai Ningbin. Even Bai Ningbin almost thought she had a twin sister. If there's no blood relation, how could there be 2 people in this world who look so alike? Except for their personalities. They're almost identical. She's very beautiful, and carries a purity that Bai Ningbin has never had. Innocent, romantic. Born from the Bai family. As the princess of Kaifa, Bai Ningbin, who has been held to the highest standards since childhood. When did she ever show such a carefree, unrestrained and natural smile? At this moment, Bai Ningbin really envies the girl in the photo, who looks so much like her. She's living a life different from Bai Ningbin's before. She looks happier than Bai Ningbin. Most importantly, Gong Shuin knew Fang Shu back in high school. Gong Shuin knows more about the Fang Shu she doesn't know than Bai Ningbin does. That period was the most naive. A clueless young man. This relationship, Gong Shuin came first, far exceeding Bai Ningbin. When exactly did it start? The private investigator couldn't find out. Until the New Year's Eve party in the 2nd year of high school. Gong Shuin invited Fang Shu to perform on stage together. Gong Shuin wore a pure white dress, like a sprite at the end of the first snow. Her burgundy hair under the soft light, gleaming with dazzling brilliance, as if it were an extension of her soul. Sitting in front of the white piano. Fang Shu in a black suit sits in front of the black grand piano, like the deepest silhouette in the night, radiating an undeniable steadiness and charm. At that time, Fang Shu was very green, with the handsomeness of a young man, but sitting in front of the piano. The moment his fingertips touched the black and white keys, he appeared incredibly mature, calm, making people take one look and never be able to look away again. Gong Shuin is the same in piano skills. Gong Shuin is a musical genius with the talent to rival Fang Shu. 2 pianos. 2 people. Double piano performance. 2 protagonists under the spotlight, no one can interfere with. Cooperating freely on the stage. Wan Chuantong lets loose and performs. The notes played from the white piano and the black piano intertwine. It's chaotic, yet it always finds a wonderful balance, presenting an unparalleled performance scene. Widely acclaimed. The video of the two collaborating that night can still be found online even now. This one is the function live performance from Jindusi High School. Fang Shu was named the high school heartthrob. Gong Shuan was the school beauty. The two are a perfect match. Bai Ningbin, after seeing it, was also touched in his heart, even though Fang Shu and Gong Shuan's performance level was slightly immature at the time. Completely incomparable to the countless piano master concerts Bai Ningbin had heard. But the aura and vitality contained within constantly swept through the hearts of the audience, immersing them in it. A performance that only Fang Shu and Gong Shuan together could present. This is a one-of-a-kind performance in the world. Impossible to replicate. Fang Shu is a genius. But the two of them in the realm of music, using the same instruments, resonate with each other. A response of the heart. The key is, they are still so young, possessing a future with endless possibilities. So dazzling it's admirable. Generating extreme. Bai Ningbin knows Fang Shu is an orphan. His parents and sister died in a car accident when he was little, leaving Fang Shu alone. After the relatives divided the inheritance, they sent Fang Shu to an orphanage. The Zhang family adopted Fang Shu. Gradually, Fang Shu emerged from the shadows and was able to go to school. He's still withdrawn, doesn't like to talk, never touched the piano again. He used to be a piano prodigy famous near and far. It was after Gong Shuan appeared that Fang Shu started playing the piano again. The more he looked at these documents, the more tormented Bai Ningbin felt. Uncomfortable. It seems that during Fang Shu's high school years, Gong Shuan, this girl who looks very much like Bai Ningbin, really occupied a very important position. They had the most important connection. Piano, music, old books. Married to Bai Ningbin for 3 years. Fang Shu's gentle care, companionship, risking his life, taking the medicine herself, healed Bai Ningbin's eyes. Is it really because she deeply loves Bai Ningbin? Or is she treating Bai Ningbin as a substitute for Gong Shuan? Bai Ningbin can't figure it out anymore. Just then, knock knock knock. A burst of loud knocking came from the door.